Anyways, oh, now we have to watch some Maxor. But in order to watch Maxor, we have to watch Maxor in times 2 speed. Or am I too crazy? Is it you watch Ruby? Well, RWBY. I did its first 3 seasons. They were bangers. Everything after that was absolutely terrible. I didn't like it. After Rooster Teeth assassinated Monty Ohm, they completely destroyed his work, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. Anyways, alright. We won't do it in times 2 speed, okay? I know chat just, they can barely handle me with normal videos in times 2 speed. Max or times 2 ain't gonna happen, so let's
This
go.
video contains many certifiable thought crimes. Helldivers 2 is an amazing co-op shooter that plays exactly like No Man's Sky.
Wait, what? Season 4, yes, I know. Everything after that is just bad.
Except instead of exploring the cosmos, you die horribly in the Somme. Every copy.
Also, what is up with the Helldivers not being able to swim? I hate that so much, man. I step into a puddle just to retrieve my samples and I die. It's so annoying. I'm pretty sure it's just the devs are too lazy to code for swimming.
Helldivers 2 is personalized. Joel wanted me to fight 10,000 fire ants. In a universe where humanity is beset on all sides by curious wildlife and the actual Terminators, Super Earth, the galaxy's last and only bastion of managed democracy, sends its finest men, women, and children over 7 to liberate and
Wait,
spread
what?
freedom to the most horrifying hellscapes known to man, where war crimes are not only justified, but are necessary.
Based.
We play as the Helldivers, humanity's finest in emancipation and friendly fire incidents. But there's no need to worry about that last one because we are
Hate war
incredibly
crimes.
expendable. All look.
I actually remember the one time I dropped in and I landed on a hell bomb and I killed like 30 bugs. It was amazing. I descended in a glorious balloon of fire. It was just so good, man.
Across the galaxy, Liberty's enemies march ever closer. But through the power of teamwork, friendship, and 500 kilogram bombs, we will fight.
There's a gif I made of my moderator YT. Whenever he calls down the 500, he says calling in 500 N-word grams, and then it blows. So I made a gif of the guy who says 500 cigarettes, saying Whitey's line. And every time I tag it for Helldivers 2, I post the gif. Now, I won't post it in my server because I said, guys, go easy on the N-words, but the more you know. After Nico's death, the show was over. Yes. Pira Nikos. She was a real one.
For freedom, for democracy, and most importantly, because it's really funny. Dudes be like, Helldivers 2 is military propaganda. My brother in Christ. It worked. Tripled the defense budget.
This is such a bop.
The first thing you'll notice upon entering the SES Judge of Judgment is the incredibly stupid name.
Yeah, don't say the N-word on stream, chat. Please, no slurs, no bad language on stream, please.
And yes, you are able to name it other things using the Wizard 101 naming scheme. Things like the Pride of Pride, Star of the Stars, Patriot of Patriotism, and my personal favorite, the Founding Father of Family Values, because this game has a lot of violence in movies.
Clanker? Yes. Clanker is fine.
Oh, here you see me depicted as the Soy Wojak. The second thing you'll notice upon entering the bridge is the ongoing galactic war, and that we are currently fucking losing the galactic war, which is why we need to suit up with exactly 3 of our friends and choose which planet is in vital need of the democratic process. If you don't have any friends, then I hope you can speak good Mandarin. I think I did something to make you mad. But to win the Galactic War, we must first understand the Galactic War. We can ill afford another Malevolon Creek, which is why
I remember that. I heard so many stories about Malevolon Creek, but Malevolon Creek was nothing compared to Cyberstan.
I'm going to go over each of the 2 fronts that are currently reducing us to smears across the galaxy. And I'm going to do it at difficulty 7 or above, which is coincidentally the perfect enlistment age. On the left-turn side of the political spectrum, we have the Automaton Front, an enemy focusing on range tactics, heavy armor in slight excess, and an extremely high amount of explosive ordnance. Oh, I'm out of here, guys, later. If that sounds a little bit intimidating, then don't worry. I haven't even gotten to the horde of angry chainsaws yet. Chainsaw Man reference goes in the video here. But talking about the Automaton Front is never complete without talking about the fucking Creek, or as it is known by our honored veterans, Space Vietnam.
Space Vietnam. Speaking of, don't we have a Vietnamese in chat, if I'm not mistaken, Amos?
This goddamn planet has been single-handedly responsible for most of our casualties. Is this SpongeBob? And that is genuinely impressive, considering that 10 million men have already died in the Battle of the Madagascar Lemur. Those are considered rookie numbers,
True?
and we're already
Yep.
outpacing the Taiping Rebellion. In fact, every single
Moses the
military
Tiger? No,
operation we
Moses
conduct
the...
is in some way
Oh,
related
yes.
to Malevelon Creek. And personally, I don't really see what all the hype is about. After all, it's just one planet. How important could one planet possibly be?
I am a human supremacist! I am a human supremacist! Our supremacy will not end on this planet! I am a human! We will go interdimensional. We will unlock this.
The random stop got me. Damn, that was an absolute bop.
Secrets of the universe. God has laid them out like Christmas presents for his children.
Boot camp's got fucking weird recently. Malevelon Creek, and by extension, the rest of the front, is essentially an exercise in how much PTSD one man can possibly get. Their firepower is so overwhelming, so absolutely constant, that describing it as an endless retreat where you accidentally accomplish all of your objectives would be very generous, as it implies that I do the objectives.
Fucking shit.
This can occasionally push you into what we call unfortunate tactical positions, at which point your main options for survival are going to
Tactical
be
positions.
watching your slower friends get burned to death in the Mekong. I will never unhear that scream. So yes, this planet may be what economists call bad use of our human capital, but after dealing with several days of what I can only describe as angry forklift decommissioning, oh shit, this motherfucker's not OSHA certified. You really need a stepladder for that.
I like how you can actually destroy those gun emplacements using only the Scorcher. It takes like 10 shots and you can destroy it. That gun is so good. The Scorcher is absolutely amazing.
Okay, call me crazy, but I think there's a turret around this corner, guys. I fucking hate the Creek.
There was, in fact, a turret around the corner.
I can safely say that the attachment has become fucking personal. And honestly, I just want to see how many bodies one planet can hold. We lost Vietnam, we lost Afghanistan, and yes, we definitely lost America. So goddammit, I am not going to lose this shit to ones and zeros. God gave this galaxy to a non-binary species, and service guarantees gender affirmation. Fun
Wait,
facts about
what?
the bot front. Number 10, man urinates on fellow passenger for not being allowed to smoke. Number 9, if you happen to make the mistake of fighting here, you're quickly going to realize that most of our forces are Chinese, each one taking glorious revenge against the steel plants they work in. Very auspicious behavior.
Warframe
And
reference.
conversely, we Guilo have been sent by our barbarian prince to fight the hordes of angry roaches, for it is the God-given
It's the Chinese versus the Turks.
right of the defense lobby to remind the bugs that it is man who is made in God's image. Really can't wait
Based.
to die on fucking legally distinct Klendathu. The Terminid front, sorry, the Terminid population problem is a wide assortment of increasingly horrifying demons, each one abandoned by their creators in completely different ways. My guy's got a bad case of the rigor mortis. We've got small bugs, big bugs, immortal bugs, bugs that function as artillery, and of course,
Those things are so annoying, man. This is why you bring the grenade launcher, boys. 2 shots and they're down.
the bugs that stalk you at night. Thankfully for us though, Napalm is an equal opportunity employer. And a lot of positions are open right now. That is to say, once you start fighting the bugs, you do not stop for about 40 minutes or so. Because
I remember this was I think like a while ago. We were busy fighting. We only had one objective. We just had to escort civilians from location A to B, and it was like 30 meters. Perfectly fine. We spent the first 30 minutes of that 40-minute mission just shooting non-stop. That's how much we were being swarmed. It was crazy.
They just spawned a battalion from the ground like the goddamn Viet Cong for the 3rd time in a row, and I do not have enough raid for this shit. Good fucking throw, dude. I just want to walk to the McDonald's, guys. I'm just a level 1 goblin. It's literally my birthday. I'm a little birthday boy. And do you want to know the worst part about this war? We, don't really know how they move between planets. And
True.
I don't think they have what you would call a plan. Rather, the Terminid simply appear in places they wish to eviscerate. Kind of like a Whole Foods. So, you can imagine my shock when I learned that those white bitches were trying
Frame reference, boys.
to gentrify the moon. They are ruining the amazing local culture of, California. I hope it's because
I actually didn't even know you could fight on the moon. You can fight on the moon? That's interesting. I didn't even know you could fight on the moon here.
obvious that fighting these things under normal circumstances is what we call, same-day shipping to God. What the fuck? Fortunately for us, though, we have access to a wide variety of unique and hilarious tools, which are only accessible via inputting a series of hand signs, informally known as...
I love that reference, the hand sign reference. You're basically doing stratagem jutsu.
airstrike jutsu. Whether it's big airstrikes, bigger airstrikes, biggest airstrike
500 oof. Kilogram bomb jutsu. Gee, I almost said the wrong word.
the engine can sustain, or airstrikes that specialize in killing everything except the enemy. There are so many bad guys with so much damage to be done that the most challenging part is keeping your team out of the blast radius.
I got
True.
500 kilogram ready.
It was a woman's voice. They're all gonna die.
What have you fucking done? And yes, you do have to throw them, which means you can drop them, throw the wrong asset, and even attach them to enemies that are running into you. My personal favorite combination is definitely the napalm and chlorine gas, for when you really, really want your enemies to feel pain. Inside and out. We also offer a gluten-free variety. Now, of course,
That's a smoke
airstrikes are
bombs.
the only thing we can deliver. Just most of them, because here at the Defense Department, we take care to provide, why can't I say words? A wide array of support tools. And by support tools, I mean the machine gun, which are crucial and necessary for fighting,
I think it's like 3 different ones.
literally anything. We've got flamethrowers, jetpacks, automatic lasers that demand human sacrifice.
Dude, I hate the laser robot so much. It always kills someone every single match.
Average American police taser with unlimited ammo, automatic targeting, and a vendetta against teammates. For when you really hate everything in a general direction. Railguns that encourage you to fire volleys like Napoleonic line infantry. It also has
That is cool, not gonna lie. I need to assemble the boys and we would just all lock railguns.
2 fire modes called Safe Mode and Unsafe Mode. And of course, the
Oh, wow.
giant death robots that randomly explode sometimes. That is the last time I buy a fucking Tesla. My personal favorite strategy involves everyone giving their mechs to the designated disabled man, who will proceed to stay inside of 6 different wheelchairs for 40 minutes. And as a caveat, we force him to crawl on the ground between mechs for immersion reasons. But honestly, all of these fantastic tools absolutely pale in comparison to the fast and convenient resupply of GamerSup's energy drinks, here to give you
Use code Underworld Fox for 10% off.
a fantastic boost to your gaming abilities, which, if you want to win this battle, I will now expect of you. We and the Chinese are not going to be taking back Osto 2 on 8 hours of sleep, but they did also release a sleep aid. In case somebody gives you too much energy. How am I getting away with this shit? GamerSupps comes in many different flavors, such as Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000, Grandpa's Ashes, and Good.
Nice. Of all the spicy different names they got, they just have good.
It's just good. All at the low price of 40 cents per stratagem, which is literally cheaper than the dirt I am dying over. I went to Amazon and checked. So if you are still watching this video somehow, and God bless you if you are, you can have Gamersubs delivered with 10% off by opening the description and clicking the special stratagem code.
Nice.
What else do we have? We have sentry guns, in case you really don't want to play the game, as well as a strange amount of primaries that are child safe. Can't wait for the devs to nerf this one and say some shit like, sorry, Helldivers, Command sent us rigatoni instead of railgun shells. Now, in this kind of environment with this many fireworks, casualties are not just expected, they are required. You don't really get to 12 million by being an easy game, which is why, upon the occurrence of my teammates' tragic passing, I will gain the ability to replace my friends with a legally distinct Helldiver.
Legally distinct Helldivers.
Ready to fight and die for the worst planets you have ever seen. Like my brother in Christ, you are fighting over the Arizona iced tea world. Missions in this
Okay, but some of them look really beautiful. There's some really nice planets I've been to.
game are usually comprised of exploring new and fantastic worlds, and then building a Walmart supercenter on them. Local residents.
Hell yeah, America!
To that end, we have a great diversity of missions, like geological surveys, rescuing civilians who move their heads like confused aliens. Is that a chicken? Spreading industrial amounts of carcinogenic gas and launching the fucking nuclear missile. We did it, Patrick. We saved Istanu, along with a myriad of side objectives, which usually boil down to killing everything that moves, and occasionally loading a gun that will do it for you. We don't.
Dude, I remember one time we got like I think it was like 5 black ones, 5 black rockets, which are basically mini nukes for that side objective, for that big turret. That was amazing. We dropped all 5 at once when we got swarmed. Absolute chaos, absolute cinema.
I don't really talk about the eradicate missions because they tend to play themselves. All in service to liberate a planet by an astounding 0.0003%. This isn't a fucking charity, alright? Reach 100% liberation and lose all of it the very next day. I am currently reporting to you from the 5th Siege of Hellmire. Planets in Helldivers also have a unique blend of beautiful environments.
True.
Like the Heaven planet, where it is impossible to escape God's light. The
The sound effect behind it was just too good.
Constant Meteor Storm planet, where it is
I haven't been to this one.
The Fire Tornado planet. The
Okay, that one is just so annoying. I hate it.
weird fucking animal planet. I'm going to call you Genghis Shingles Ringer, and the planet that, before it was removed from the game, randomized your airstrikes, which made the process of calling a resupply much more interesting. Please put this back in the game. Look, Helldivers is a game that gives you a lot of tools and a lot of places to use them.
Dude, when they nerfed the grenade launcher, I was so mad. It went from heavy pen down to medium pen. Now it's useless. It's totally over. I'll never get my 1,000 kills ever again.
So honestly, the task of describing it all to you is, not my fucking job. The developers are literally adding things faster than I can show them to you. I, began making this video before mechs existed. So inevitably, when the day comes that Arrowhead adds the
we have tanks now too
that we don't legally know anything about, I guess I'll be making a video about it. As long as this one gets views. Overall, Helldivers 2 is an absolute chaotic mess, where every mission begins and ends with the assumption.
Also, I like how just the average scene of a battle in Helldivers 2 is basically tops any gameplay ever. It is just that cinematic, it's so good.
That we are not going to make it, and yet somehow, some way, I still find a way to disappoint my friends. Some may consider it difficult, while others may consider it fucking bullshit. But personally, surviving against all odds in the face of complete, absolute absurdity is a big reason that I still love this game, no matter how many game-breaking bugs they introduce. Sorry, Helldivers. This gun's accuracy rating is so high that it causes integer overflow. And with the Galactic War still ongoing, our story of spreading managed democracy has only just begun.
Genocide.
We have the ships. We have the weapons. We need soldiers. Soldiers like the angry Chinese guy. Service guarantees affordable healthcare. They'll keep fighting, and they'll win. As long as the bug front plays the game today, On a more personal note, the Ministry of Truth extends its gratitude to all of its very kind patrons, enabling and
What on earth
financing
is
our
that?
propaganda on a truly galactic scale. Your money is being put to excellent use, making only the funniest and most original content.
That is
Anyways,
cursed.
time to report to my execution now.
Whee! This was amazing. Loved it. First time watching Maxwell in ×1 speed though. Is that Jeffrey Epstein? No, it's Obama. Never mind. That was complete cinema. GG's, boys. GG's. Nice.